Welcome back. My name is Erica, and this is Go Go Gospel, a channel where I will ask you a Bible trivia question, and then I will give you the answer along with the Bible passage explaining why. And today's topic is Friends from Bethany. And the question of the day is, who were Jesus's three friends in Bethany? And here is the answer they have provided. Jesus had several people who followed him who weren't listed among the 12 disciples. There was a group of 72 people that he commissioned to preach in his name. That's Luke chapter 10, verse 1. There was Matthias and Joseph, who were considered when Judas had to be replaced as one of the 12. There was an open seat. Matthias was chosen. I didn't know that. Shame on me. Present at the crucifixion were, you guys just learned this, his mother Mary, his aunt, another Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. Other followers included Joseph of Arimathea, Nicodemus, Salome, Joanna, and many more. Three of his dearest friends were Mary, Martha, and their brother Lazarus. They appear fairly regularly in the Gospels. These three lived in Bethany, near Jerusalem. Jesus would stop there on his journeys to Jerusalem and often stay while he was in the holy city. Martha liked to serve, while Mary would prefer to sit and listen to Jesus' teaching. Mary once poured expensive oil on Jesus' feet and wiped it with her hair. Of course, they are best known because of the events of John chapter 11, where Jesus raised his friend Lazarus back from the dead. Now I will read you the Bible verse they have attached. From John chapter 11, verse 1. A certain man was sick, Lazarus of Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. So, the answer to the question, which was, who were Jesus' three friends in Bethany, is Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. So now, I will read John chapter 11, verse 1 from my King James Bible. Okay, chapter 11. Now, a certain man was sick, named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary, and her sister Martha. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. So that's the story of Jesus and his three friends. And according to some scholars, this particular Mary was the Mary, because there's a bunch of them, right? This was the Mary that went and purchased expensive ointment for Jesus and cleaned his feet with it and washed his feet with her hair. So I think that's a very intimate action. And I have questions, but I haven't researched it enough to get answers. I don't know if I'll find answers. For example, was it told this way just for the sake of storytelling because there was no towel around anywhere? I don't know. What do I know? So that's one of my questions. I want to know, is that a common thing that takes place, or in certain scenarios where one would wash someone's feet with their hair? I guess, a sign of humility, and it's a really great allegory. Is that the right word? You can please correct me if I'm wrong. It's a very beautiful interaction that takes place between Mary and Jesus. And in the story, Martha is preoccupied with cooking and cleaning and preparing for Jesus to come to their house where they would be hosting him. And Mary isn't helping because he's there and she wants to hear what he has to say, which is, of course, most important. And that's all fine, maybe Martha could overhear, but really multitasking and is Jesus for God's sake, right? But they're friends. I don't know, maybe she's heard the stories before. Either way, it's also, I feel, very, humbling of her to take that initiative to try to prepare everything and make it look great for him and feel comfortable and have yummies and whatnot. And there's a lot of people, I would imagine. He came with his crew, so it wasn't like table for one. But her error was when she kind of, I don't want to say like a brat, but she yells out to Jesus like, hey, can you maybe tell Mary to get up and come over here and help me prepare, for your arrival and your friends and, your this whole visit. And Jesus tells her basically that what Mary is choosing to do right now at this point in time is what one should be doing. Sitting down and hearing him, listening to him, talking with him, learning from him, just being in his presence, So that is what I have to say on this story. Yeah, I'm still very curious about the hair, washing feet with the hair. Like, was that something novelty that she just thought up, or maybe that's her job. Maybe she's supposed to do laundry and Martha's hustling over here and Mary didn't wash the towels, the rags, and had to improvise. Anyways, it's always a pleasure, and thank you for listening to me. And I hope to see you here in the next episode. Have a blessed day and evening. Bye-bye.